Namaste, Yoga Nomads here. We are in Trinidad, California, the Pacific Ocean. It's an absolutely gorgeous day, and we're dedicating this class to two of our favorite surfers, John Carlson and Stuart King. Wish you guys were here, along with your beautiful significant others. The theme or inspiration for our class today, I was thinking, is fluidity. Thinking about this, we're seeing this ocean, and so awakening the spine, finding some movement through the upper back, thoracic spine, and through the hips. Okay. Glad you're here. So let's take a few moments to start. Bring your hands on your thighs, close your eyes. And a little pranayama to start, and inspired by the movement of this water. So as you close your eyes, start to listen to that whispering sound of your breath, Ujjayi. Your spine is tall, your hips are heavy. Relax your shoulders, lift your chest. Feel your shoulder blades slide down your back. And as you're breathing in, imagine or even see the water being drawn back into the ocean. And then as you're breathing out, you can imagine or see the waves crashing on the shore, spreading out. So do that a few times. Breathing in, the water is drawing back into the ocean. And then breathing out, the waves crash onto the shore, spreading out. So your exhale might be a little bit longer. Breathing in, drawing back. You can lift your pelvic floor, draw your belly in and up. And breathing out, lengthening in all directions. Just let it flow with the waves. So it's effortless effort. It's your own rhythm. And see if you can maintain this breath throughout practice. Feeling that deep breath in, engaging your bandhas, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. And then a deep exhale to release and spread out in all directions. Bring your hands to your heart, make an offering of your practice. And then as you breathe in, you can open up your arms, take them back almost behind you like cactus your arms. Lift your chest and we look up, and then as you exhale, flex your spine, round and curl in, cross your arms, almost like you're giving yourself a hug, and then breathe in, draw up through the spine, and then breathe out and round. Do that a couple more times, and moving through the upper back, some awakening movement through your thoracic spine, shoulders, chest. Moving the prana, the subtle energy, that stuff that keeps us bright. Okay, one more time, breathing in, and then breathing out. Inhale, float your arms out and up, look up. Exhale, over to the right, side bend. Lengthen through that left side of your waist. Try to drop your left hip. You can bring your right hand down to the ground. And roll open through your chest. And then exhale, twist your right. Take your right hand back behind you. Gaze over your back shoulder. Stay tall through your spine. You're going to take your right arm up and over and reach like you're reaching beyond your left knee. And as long as you can there. And then exhale, bring your right hand to your right knee. Round and curl in. Your arms are crossed. Make a big breath into the upper back space between your shoulder blades. And then inhale, extend your spine, reach up, look up. Exhale over to your left. You can bring your left hand down, reach your right arm up and over. Roll your right shoulder back. And right hand comes to your left knee as you twist to the left. Keep your spine long. Another side bend. Left arm reaches up and over. Reach beyond your right knee. So it's like a diagonal. Open up the space between the ribs, and then take your left hand to your right knee. Round and curl, and your arms are crossed. You're flexing your spine. Pelvic floor in and up, belly in and up. Chin tucks, Jalandhara Bandha. And then inhale, take your arms up. One more time, breathing in. And then breathe out, bring your hands through your heart. Take your hands behind you. You can let your fingers face your hips. And then take a figure four, seated figure four, where you take your right ankle over your left knee. And then rock a little bit through your hips. And let's even come to the fingertips. Let's spin the hands around so your fingers face away from your hips and you're on your fingertips so you can lift your chest. And walk your left foot in if you can. Flex your right foot a little bit more and spiral open through the right hip. Keep lifting your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together to find a back bend. Good, and then slide your left heel towards your outer right hip, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Bring your right foot down, breathe in, and twist over to your right. Take a big breath, expand through your ribs. And then exhale to unwind. You're going to stretch your right leg forward. Janu Shirsasana, sole of the left foot to the inner right thigh. Breathe in and reach up. Breathe out and fold. Breathe into halfway lifts, and your sit bones back, your heart and your right heel reach forward, and then breathe out. Inhale, come all the way up, stargaze. You're going to take your left hand to the outside of your left hip, and then lift everything up away from the ground. Sweep up, so you're on your left knee and your right foot. Good, and then roll your chest to the sky. And then lower down as you exhale. Draw your feet in. Take your hands behind you, cross your left ankle over your right knee, and come onto your fingertips again, spin them back behind you, and find a lift of your chest. Maybe rocking there, feeling into your hips, feel that spiral of the left thigh. You can walk your right foot in, go a little deeper, but don't collapse in your lower back. Squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other, take a big breath into your belly and into your chest. And then Ardha Matsyendrasana. From there, slide your right heel to the outside of your left hip. Right arm reaches up, breathe in. And then breathe out and twist to your left. Lengthen through your spine. Inhaling, exhaling. Twist a little deeper, right through your belly. Feel that squeeze. And then unwind as you exhale. We're going to send the left leg forward this time. Janu Shirsasana. Sole the right foot to the left inner thigh. Breathe in as you reach up, and breathe out as you fold forward. Maybe you halfway lift again, send your sit bones back, your heart and your left heel forward, flex your left toes, and then breathe out. The waves crashing on the sand. Inhale, come all the way up, and then right hand to the outside of your right hip, stargazer. You're going to sweep and lift everything up and away. It's like a side plank. Maybe chest spins to the sky, lift out of your right shoulder. Exhale, you can lower down. Slide your feet in, your hands in, they can face your hips or out to the sides. Altar pose, wrap your elbows in, lift your chest and lift your hips. Take a big breath. Lower your hips. Cross your ankles, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Step your way back and go ahead and pedal around through your heels. Spread your fingers wide. Let your head be heavy. You're going to lower to your knees, Anahatasana, heart melting pose. Send your arms forward as you melt your heart to the ground. Chin can touch, or if that feels like too much for your neck, bring your forehead down. Keep your hips high. Lift your head and then slide your right arm under your chest. Lift your head again. Switch. Right arm forward. Left arm under your chest. Back to the center, one more breath. Slide your hands in all fours. Knees under your hips, wrists under your shoulders. You're going to lift your right leg up, right in line with your hips. Spiral that right inner thigh in and up. Good. Find your balance. You might tuck your left toes and lift your left arm up in line with your shoulder. We're going to breathe in here. And then as you breathe out, you're going to flex your spine and draw your elbow towards your knee. So you're going to round and curl in. And then inhale to extend. Exhale, round and curl in. Press the ground away. One more time, breathing in. And then breathing out. Bring your left hand down, roll to your left. Vashisthasana, take your right arm up to the sky. Reach your right arm up and over your right ear. Draw your pubic bone towards your sternum, get long in your spine. And then lower your right hand down, lift your right leg back up. You're going to cross your right thigh over your left, go Mukhasana on your legs. And then send your hips back toward your heels. You can come onto your fingertips, walk your hands a little further forward so you're stretching through your outer hips. So squeeze your inner thighs. Good, and then back to your palms, take your right leg back. Let's go to three-legged dog. Tuck your left toes, right leg high, bend your knee, open up your hip. And then draw your knee to your nose as you exhale. Step your right foot forward, lower your back knee down. Now hug in through your inner thighs. Reach your arms forward and up. And then exhale, cactus your arms. Lift your chest. Let's do that again. So reach forward and up. Breathing in. And then exhale, cactus your arms. One more time. Reach forward and up as you breathe in. Cactus your arms as you breathe out. Good. Bring your hands all the way down. Step your way back to downward facing dog. Plank pose. Inhale. Press the ground away. Lower to your belly. Bhujangasana. Lift your chest. Lower all the way down as you exhale. Good. Press up and back. Downward facing dog. Maybe pedal out the heels. Find a little more length in your spine. Feel your arms. Let your head be heavy. And then lower your knees, Anahatasana, heart melting pose. Extend your arms, but keep your hips high. Slide your hands in all fours. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Enjoy that warm sand. Draw your belly in, lift your left leg up so the leg is right in line with your hips. Spiral the inner thigh in and up toward the sky, and then maybe tuck your right toes for balance. Reach your right arm up. So find that length, breathing in, and then breathe out, elbow to knee, round and curl in, and then inhale and exhale. One more time, breathing in, full breath. Breathing out, a full exhale. And then roll over to your right, Vashisthasana. Take your left arm up to the sky. Stretch your left arm up and over your left ear. Hug your belly in and up. Get really long in that left side waist. Let your right side lift your left side. Good, and then lower your left hand down. Lift your left leg back up. You're going to cross your thighs. Left thigh over the right. Go Mukhasana on your legs. Squeeze your legs together. Sit back. Come to your fingertips. So as you squeeze inner thighs, stretch your outer hips. Good. Take another breath. Inhale to come forward. Unwind the legs. Three-legged dog. Left leg high. Bend your knee. Open your hip. Knee to your nose. Round and curl in. Then step forward. Anjaneyasana. Lower the back knee. Breathe in. Reach your arms forward and up. Breathe out. Cactus your arms. So go along with your breath. Inhale. Lengthen. And reach. Exhale. Back bend. One more time. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Hands down. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step your way back. Downward facing dog. Plank pose as you inhale. Lower to the ground as you exhale. Stretch your legs back. Bhujangasana. Lower down. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Make your way up and back. Take a deep breath. Good, so you're gonna come to plank pose, inhale. Walk your feet so they're outer hip width apart. It's a little wider, find a little balance here. Okay, so you're gonna lift your right leg up. Maybe claw the mat with your right fingertips. See if you can lift your left arm. It's okay if you fall over. Good, and then lower that left hand down. Let's go into Vashisthasana, roll to your left. Lift your right arm up to the sky. Lower your right hand down, three-legged dog, send your right leg high. Now figure four your legs, so cross your right ankle over your left knee. Bend your left knee, sit your hips up and back. And then draw your knee to your nose, step forward, high lunge. Hug in through your inner thighs, so same movement through the arms. You're gonna inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale and cactus your arms. Good, inhale, come forward, gathering in. And then exhale. All the breath out one more time, breathing in and then breathing out. Let's bring the hands down, straighten your right leg any amount possible, lift your hips, bow. Maybe flex your right foot if you want. Good, rebend your knee, let's pivot to the left, find a wide leg forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. You can bring your feet parallel. Maybe crawl your hands through your legs. And let your spine hang heavy. So decompress the spine here. Head heavy. Good, and then halfway lift, inhale. We're gonna glide side to side. So turn your heels and toes out and go side to side like ninja lunges, almost like moving into Skandasana. Let's move into the hips. Go as deeply as you want. Good, and then come back, top of the mat. Let's step forward, Ardha Uttanasana, inhale. Fold, exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach up, look up. Exhale, Tadasana, hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. So you can step, you can float back, plank, Chaturanga. You can go all the way down again or halfway down into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Exhale, take a breath. Inhale to plank. So press the ground away. Walk your feet outer hip width apart so you feel a little more stable perhaps and grounded. You're going to lift your left leg up. Just let it hover. Maybe claw the mat with your left fingertips. See if you can lift your right arm. Just let it hover. Good. Lower your right hand down, Vashisthasana. Roll to your right. Left arm high. Squeeze your legs. Good. Left hand down. Draw your knee to your nose. Step your left foot forward. High lunge. Inhale. Float the arms up as you come up. Exhale the breath out. Twice more. Breathing in. Gather it up, breathing out. Inhale. Good, exhale. Now hands down. You're going to straighten your right leg any amount possible. Hug in through your inner thighs. Lengthen your spine. You can flex your left foot. High on the ball of your back foot. And then rebend your left knee. You're going to pivot to the right. Wide leg forward fold. You can bring your feet parallel, crawl your hands through your legs. Maybe there's a little Shirsasana, headstand. Slowly come down if you're all the way upside down. And then we'll halfway lift, breathe in. Turn your heels and your toes out. You're going to glide side to side. Heels in, toes out, go as low as you like. Opening up through the outer hips, inner thighs. And then pivot back to the top of the mat. Step forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Fold Uttanasana. Inhale, rise all the way up. Stay rooted through your feet. And then exhale the breath to your heart. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Step, float back, plank through chaturanga, cobra or upward dog as you breathe in, downward dog as you breathe out. Take a full round of your breath. Good, inhale, look forward, exhale, bend your knees, step where you can float, top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in, fold, breathe out. Inhale up through chair pose, Utkatasana. And then all the way up. Exhale, hands to your sides. Good. Sweep your arms up, breathe in. Breathe out, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers and lift your chest. Bend your knees, you're gonna fold, keep your knees bent, bring your belly on your thighs, take your arms over your head. Good, release your hands, set your hips back like chair, but reach your arms forward like you're holding a box out in front of you. And then stand all the way up, inhale, let's do that again. Sweep your arms back behind you, interlace your fingers, lift your chest, back bend. Bend your knees, exhale to fold, belly on your thighs. Release your hands, sit your hips back and down. Reach forward like you're holding that box. And then come all the way up. So one more time, exhale, the hands behind you. Opening up through your shoulders, your chest, strong through your legs. Bend your knees, fold. And then Utkatasana, arms reach forward. And then sweep all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart and then bow forward, exhale. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your left foot back, Virabhadrasana 2. So you're going to spin your back heel down, rise on up, Warrior 2. Good. Peaceful Warrior, inhale. Go into triangle pose as you exhale, Utthita Trikonasana. Extend that left arm high. Good. Lean into the back of your heart. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Look beyond your right toes. Bend your knee, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Fingers into the sand. Maybe Chapasana. You can bend your left knee, catch your foot, back bend. Good. Release. Step all the way back. Come into lizard. Lizard pose. Move a little bit forward and back. Lower your back knee down. Let's twist. Right hand to your thigh or reach back, catch your foot. Spin the center of your chest to the sky. Lower down or release your back foot. Let's step forward, Malasana. Good. Stay there or Bakasana. Crow pose. Wrap your elbows in, lift your hips, bring your knees to your upper arms. Good. Release. You're going to lower your feet. Uttanasana. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step your right foot back, Virabhadrasana 2. Spin your back heel down. Settle in, roll open your left knee. Peaceful, breathe in. Triangle, breathe out. Breathe in, gather up the energy. And then breathe out, spread it in all directions here in this shape. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Bend your left knee, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Lift your right leg. Stay or bend the knee, catch the foot, Chapasana. Open up the front of the hip, the right shoulder. And then lower. Step your way back, lizard pose. Walk your left foot out to the left, maybe rock a little bit forward and back. Lower the back knee, find your twist. Over to the left. You can reach back, catch your foot, and kick your foot into your hand. Spin the center of your chest to the sky. And then release your back foot. Step forward, Malasana. Your variation, Matt's doing the bind. You can stay in Malasana, you come back to Bakasana, practice the bind like Matt, or maybe Bhujapidasana, shoulder pressing pose, where you take your legs to your upper arms, squeeze your shoulders together, get your knees as high as you can in your upper arms, point your fingers towards your heels, and lift your feet. Maybe cross your ankles. Squeeze those inner knees into the upper arms. Good, and then you can lower down wherever you are. Uttanasana, let's meet there. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step or float your way back as you breathe out. Vinyasa, Chaturanga, Cobra or Upward Dog. Roll the shoulders back, lift your heart up. Downward Facing Dog. Lift your right leg as you breathe in, bend your knee, open your hip. Let's come into pigeon pose. Take your right knee to the outside of your right wrist, send your left leg back. Okay, so stay there, fold as you're ready, or maybe you want to take your right hand to the center of your mat, bend your left knee, catch your foot with your left hand. You want to hug your inner thighs in, lift your pelvic floor up, or you can slide your foot to the crook of your elbow. You can take your right arm up, find a bind there, sometimes called mermaid pose. Yeah, try to send your outer left hip forward. You can step anywhere along the way. Stay as long as you like. When you're ready, you can fold your way forward into pigeon. Prop under the right hip would help too, to balance out your hips. Maybe prop under your elbows or your head. Pay attention to your breath. Breathing in, gathering in the energy. Breathing out, sending it all directions of your body. As you're ready, let's lift the head. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Support yourself up. Adho Mukha Svanasana. You could take a flow in between or stay and breathe. As you're ready, lift your left leg up, bend your knee, open your hip. And then pigeon, exhale your left knee to your left, outer left wrist, and your right leg back. Here's maybe where you want to find the prop under your left hip. Lift your chest. Find a back bend there. Hug in through your inner thighs, lengthen right up through your spine. Maybe you stay here, maybe you fold right away, or maybe you take your left hand to the ground or to a block so you can reach back and catch your foot. Maybe that's enough. Or you slide the foot to your elbow. Maybe you stay, maybe you reach up and back and clasp your hands. Sometimes called mermaid pose. Outer right hip forward, outer left hip back, chest lifted, and breathe. Even energy all the way through your toes. And then stay a little longer if you like, or go ahead and fold. Be aware of your breath. Inhale, drawing in. Exhale, spreading in all directions. Inhale, lift your head, bring your hands down, support yourself up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Paddle around. Take a vinyasa, anything you want to do here. Maybe there's an audible exhale, sigh out through your mouth. Good, let's look forward. Bend your knees. You can sit or you can cross your ankles in the air and have a seat. Good. And stretch your legs out. Paschimottanasana in a moment. So first Dandasana. Reach your heels forward, your sit bones back, tall up through your spine. You're going to breathe in. Reach your arms up. Breathe out and fold your way forward. Inhale to halfway lift and lengthen, reach through your heart. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale the rest of your way up. And then scoot your way forward. Let's roll all the way onto your back. Hug your knees to your chest. And you can rock a little bit side to side. I'm kind of on a slope. I'm going to spin. I feel like I'm falling backward and down. So I'm going to spin. Rock a little bit side to side. Good. So supine stag or half supine hero's pose. So you're going to take your feet as wide as your mat and drop your legs to the right. Okay. So you can stay there. If you want to go a little deeper in this left hip, you're going to take your left foot to the outside of your left hip and then bring your hips grounded evenly. Right foot on the ground. Yeah. And yes. There you go. And then stay there so you're on the top of the left foot. Or maybe your left foot is turned out. That's okay too. It just depends on your bone structure. And then your arms can come up and overhead. Maybe you catch your opposite elbows. You squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other. Lift the chest. And breathe. Release your arms.